Hey, everybody. Here I am. I am live. I am live. Yes, I am. I am live. And I've come to sit here and chat with you today. I got some news stories. We'll get to those eventually when it gets to be that time. We have a few minutes yet. And I'll get to doing the news. We'll get high a little bit. And I'll tell you some stuff. And then maybe we'll chat, depending on if anybody shows up to do some talking. But, I got to turn the light on. There we go. But, I got some news stories. I got to wait to the stuff. I'm going to wait a few minutes, and then I'll read some news, spark up a joint, the usual stuff. Don't let the hair fool you. I am a liberal, not a Trumper. Okay? But, yeah, we'll get rolling here in just a bit. Let's see what's going on. Nathan from Illinois texted me, wherever the hell he is. Let's see. Hey, look at that. So yeah, come on in, talk to me, chat. I'll read you some news. We'll get along just fine. Sure we will. We'll get along okay. I promise. I'm easy. I sure am. All you got to do is stick around, talk with me. Yeah. Got some pretty good news story. Oh, you know what? I got to increase the size of the font here, so that when somebody does show up, I can actually read it. Plus. On my phone here. There. That's better. Click off of this. Where am I? There. Okay. So we're got another few seconds to go. We can get the show started. Because, I don't like to start it before 4:20. So, because then I can spark up this neat little thing I got here. And I'll start on the news. Yeah. That's how the show works. And don't let the haircut fool you. I'm not a conservative. Okay. I'm back in from my brain surgery. So just so you know, that's the reason. It would be a lot longer than this if I hadn't had my brain surgery. So it's not that I'm some kind of weird conservative. I'm not. So here we go, folks. 4:20. Happy 4:20. First one today. First one today. That's good. That's good. Nose itches. So David DePape, 42, broke into the Pelosi home in San Francisco early Friday and assaulted Nancy's husband, Paul, with a hammer. After DePape forced his way into the the home through a a rear entrance and confronted Paul. He repeatedly shouted, "Where's Nancy?" Paul said he had to go to the bathroom, which called 911 and left the phone line open. The 911 dispatcher could hear Pelosi talking to his attacker, notified the police, who arrived at the scene around 2:57 a.m. Upon the arrival, the cops knocked at the door. Someone opened it from the doorway, they observed both Pelosi and DePape with a hand on the hammer. They each had a hand on the hammer. And when ordered to drop the hammer, DePape began to bludgeon Pelosi with it. Officers tackled DePape and took him into custody. DePape was charged with attempted murder, first-degree burglary, assault with a deadly weapon, threatening a family member of a public official, elder abuse, battery with serious bodily injury, dissuading a witness, and injuring a wireless device, which is a charge I can't understand. Pelosi had to undergo surgery for fractured skull and serious injuries to his right arm and hand. It's some crazy shit, man. When they start attacking politicians in their home just because of a difference of opinion, this country's going to hell, okay? We can't put up with this shit. This isn't the democratic way, okay? This is not how our republic should be run. We can't just have people attacking politicians because they disagree with them. It's not how this country is supposed to work. This is not the rule of law. This is not how to treat people. This is wrong. We're not a violent nation. We're not supposed to be a violent nation. Okay? We're supposed to handle things calmly and reasonably, according to the law. And if you don't like the way somebody votes, then vote against them next time. Okay? You don't break into their home and attempt to kill them. Okay? He was waiting for Nancy Pelosi so he could kill her. All right? Assassination is not the way to take somebody out of office. You vote against them. Getting tired of all this violence. You know, if you're a Trumper and this is the only way you can solve things, then get the fuck out of here. You don't belong in America. This is not the way to handle things in this country. Knock it off. Okay? Knock it off. So a second woman has come forward accusing Herschel Walker of paying for her abortion in '93, when Walker was married to his first wife, Cindy Grossman. Not wanting to reveal her name for safety concerns, she claims to have had an affair with Walker from 1987 till 1993, when she had the abortion. Claims Walker drove her to the clinic and paid for the procedure. The Jane Doe is represented by attorney Gloria Allred, who shared several items that her client had saved from her relationship with Herschel, including a photo of Walker in her hotel room while he was at training camp in Minnesota, letters from him to both her and her parents, and a voicemail he left while in France for the '92 Winter Olympics. It's obvious Walker has a problem with telling the truth, a problem answering questions, and a problem taking responsibility for his actions. This is not a person who should be running for public office, okay? The guy's a lying sack of shit. And he's not a politician, okay? He's not somebody who should be holding political office. Guy's a piece of crap. And to be a proponent of anti-abortion and to have paid for 3 abortions already, seems to me the guy ought to hang it up, you know. I don't think he has a future career in politics. Besides Everett Warnock, his aces above him as an individual. So the Arizona Alliance for Retired Americans attempted to obtain a temporary restraining order against Clean Elections USA in Arizona, claiming that they are intimidating voters by gathering in the vicinity of voter drop boxes and taking pictures of voters in their vehicles, and some are armed, wearing tactical gear and masks. U.S. District Court Judge Michael Liberty said in an opinion Friday that the alliance had not provided the court with any evidence that the defendant's conduct constitutes a true threat. The alliance will be appealing the decision. Defendants have not made any statements threatening to commit acts of unlawful violence to a particular individual or group of individuals. There is no evidence, names, home addresses, occupations, or other personal information. Liberty also pointed out that social media posts by Clean Elections USA instructs their volunteers not to engage with voters. So they don't, the judge doesn't see where this organization has done anything except they're not intimidating anybody. They're just hanging out. So he wouldn't join them. Okay. So they can continue doing what they're doing. So the weed of the week is Rebel Sour. It's a sativa dominant, and it's 23.07% THC. Whoops. And it's damn tasty. Just want to add that. So the House Ways and Means Committee is set to receive the Orange Guy's tax returns in 1 week after a federal appeals court on Thursday declined Trump's request to hold up the release. A 3-judge panel of the D.C.'s Circuit Court of Appeals decided they won't put the handover of Trump's tax returns on hold after the full appeals court rejected Trump's request that they review an earlier decision allowing for the release of the record returns. Trump can still appeal this. Hey, buds, welcome aboard. Trump can still appeal this to the Supreme Court, which has been awfully friendly to the Republican Party. I wonder why. Think it has something to do with Trump appointing, 2 of the judges? And what's his name? I forget. Anyway, he's been all too generous to the Republicans. Anyway, moving right along. In 1885, atmospheric scientists noticed that in Antarctica there was something troubling. For decades, they had been measuring the thickness of the ozone layer in the upper atmosphere, the layer of gas that deflects most of the sun's radiation. And in the 70s, it started plummeting. By the mid 80s, they observed that it was on track to be wiped out in the next few decades. An international campaign was mounted to reduce CFCs. Deborah Langley, welcome aboard. So, and to restore the ozone layer. So, fast forward to today, the ozone is on a path to recovery, if not fully restored. As of October 26th, NASA reported that the hole in the ozone is only 8.9 million square miles in size, which is slightly smaller than last year. And it's been getting progressively smaller over the past few years. So we're actually reducing the size of the ozone hole. There's no audio. I'm not making noise. You can hear okay. Well, Deborah, maybe you need a refresh. You fix it. Okay. So the ozone hole in the ozone layer is getting smaller. So we're doing the right thing, apparently. So blatant anti-Semitism is on the rise. Longtime watchdogs say there is nothing new about the kinds of derogatory comments about Jews that Ye and Trump and other far-right political candidates and others have made in recent weeks. What has struck some experts is how blatant the comments about Jews are at a time when incidents of harassment, vandalism, violence against them is shut it, buds. I know I'm old. Okay. You kids settle down now. Okay. You guys settle down. So experts say that the climate is a part of a stew of forces, including a digital culture that spreads misinformation and hate, and right-wing political forces focused on protecting white Christians' status. Yeah, it is scary how things have degraded at this point. The situation is also aggravated by downplaying it as an interreligious issue instead of a dangerous form of racism. Okay, it's not about religion. Okay, in the past, majorities from Germany to America made it clear they saw Jews as a distinct and inferior race. Let's stop the hate. Okay, let's stop the hate. I grew up in Chicago around all kinds of people, all races, all religions, and I can't comprehend that kind of racism, okay, or any kind of racism, actually. I don't understand it. We can all live together. I've done it. Anyone who's been in the military has done it, okay? I can't comprehend this. I went to public schools. it was every kind of people there. Okay. What the fuck is wrong with people? People are people. Okay. It's as simple as that. There's only one race, and that's the human race. So stop this shit. The only prejudice I have is against willful, ignorant, and hateful people. Exactly. And if you're willfully ignorant, then there's something seriously wrong with you. Okay. So I don't know. This annoys the shit out of me. This whole anti-Semitic thing. First of all, this country was founded on religious freedom. Okay. So put that behind you, right? If that's your problem, if it's all about Christianity and that's your problem with Jews, then get over it. All right. And if your problem is racism and that's your problem with Jews, then that's just stupidity. Exactly. Willfully ignorant is a choice. And that's just stupid. Okay. If you don't want to learn something, then there's something wrong with you. Okay. Because education is not something anybody should deny themselves. Okay. That's just stupidity. Okay. If you want to deny self-education, then you're really making a huge mistake. I mean, honestly, that's the dumbest thing you can do is deprive yourself of education. Judith, welcome aboard. We were just talking about anti-Semitism and how stupid it is. Okay. Whether you're an anti-Semite because of religion or because of race, either one is nuts. Okay. Figure I'm going to be the learning up until the day I leave this place. Absolutely. Yesterday was the first time I ate Indian food. Okay. I'm 75 years old. Never ate Indian food before. It was marvelous. I loved it. Okay. You got to try things. There's new stuff every day. I loved it. It was delicious. I want to do that again. I had a drink that was a mango yogurt thing that was really good. And all the other stuff, I had some lentils, some kind of garbanzo beans and a tomato sauce that was really good. Oh, I love Thai food. Thai food is really good. Indian food is guilt for you? Guilt free. Oh, yes. Oh, I like the vegetarian dishes. I hit Dog's car. No, I hit his trailer. See, it's all wrong. The rumor's wrong. I hit his trailer. So nothing could be further from the truth. I did not hit his car. And that's only the second time I hit his trailer. So if he told you I hit it more than twice, he's wrong. And if he tells you I hit every vehicle he's ever owned, that's not really true. Because technically I didn't hit the Tahoe. I hit his truck with the Tahoe. So Thanks for blocking me, Charles. Always appreciate the love from you. Okay. But so I didn't really hit the Tahoe. I hit his truck with the Tahoe. And the damage that I did to the Tahoe repaired itself. So it was bumper damage and it popped back out again all by itself. So, yeah, so that didn't count. So, you know, because he says I damaged every vehicle he ever owned. That's not true because the Tahoe repaired itself. And I never hit it. So, right, it didn't count. So he's leaving us. Moving to Virginia next month. I don't know why he'd want to leave such a nice place as Illinois. I mean, we got such low taxes and everything. I think we're second only to California, I think, tax-wise. Yeah, I'm excited for him too, except I won't have anybody come down and visit me once a week. Yeah, he's running away from us. You're right. I won't have anybody to pick on. You'll have to come over so I can pick on you, buds. You live close enough, you could come over and I can pick on you. So my hair's growing out. Yeah. Yeah, he can hide his car. You can park in the other parking lot. You know, I got 2 parking lots, you know. I mean, I got the driveway and then I got a big parking lot too. So park in the parking lot and walk over. So my hair's growing back pretty fast too. So I can't wait. Weather's getting cooler. I want my head to be warmer. So it has to get longer than this before I can dye it though. Of course I'm a hippie. Been a hippie all my life. I've been a hippie since there's been hippies. So. Yeah, I think so. I think I do. Yeah, I did not hit his car though. It was just the trailer. So he's lying. If he said I hit his car, he's lying. You could tell him I said so too. Charge you for real life bumper car action. You know, and I do have a reputation for hitting things, but only stationary stuff. I never get in an accident with anything that's moving. Okay. I only hit stationary objects. So if you don't want to get hit by me, just keep moving. So that's all you got to do is just keep moving and I won't hit you. Run. Exactly. I backed into my buddy military John's car in my driveway. And I drove over to the office of my insurance agent to have it looked at. And as I was leaving my insurance agent's office, I backed into the building next door. So I do a lot of backing into things. And the people in the building next door, I took off, and the people in the building next door called my insurance agent and said, hey, the guy that just left your office backed into our building. And we got a picture of his license plate number. So I didn't get away with that either. So, but I got my car repaired. So, but I only had to pay one deductible. They didn't charge me for both accidents, just the one. So I have a backup camera. I have a backup camera. But in the backup camera, things look further away than they are. And it only beeps if things are directly behind me. If they're on an angle, it doesn't beep. So, in all of these instances, the backup camera never beeped. So it's not my fault. Right. It's not my fault. It's like I wasn't even there at the time. The car's no help. Of course, once I hit it, then I know I'm there. Okay. Then I know the object is there, whatever it is, a wall, a car, a trailer. Yes, I do. I need a backup camera for my backup camera. That's what I need. Mrs. Spliffy's home. That's what I need, a backup camera for my backup camera. That'd work. That's called a spouse. Yeah. Well, that's just it. Oftentimes people are in my car with me and they're screaming, watch out, watch out, watch out. But I don't know why, so I keep going.
Some for you.
Thank you.
Who's that?
That's called a spouse too. Hello, Mrs. Spliffy. Deborah sends you flowers. She didn't hear me. So, yeah, I'm a stationary hitter. So, well, enough about that. But yeah, I'm trying to think of the last time I had an accident with a moving car. It's been years. Let me think. No, the last two cars I totaled, and both of them went in a ditch. So with other vehicles involved. So, yeah, I can't remember the last time a car was involved. I mean, moving. A moving vehicle. I have to go, but as always, I enjoy your stream so much. Much love. Much love to you. And take care and be healthy. So what you been up to, buds? I overfed my plants and burned them all. They're recovering. But I did some damage. Oh, I'm ready. I put on long sleeve shirts, so I'm ready. I don't do much more than that. Well, I got to get somebody over here to do some carpentry work for me. I got some rotten wood I got to replace before winter. But you harvest your white goji tonight. Oh, I got a friend of mine who's going to give me a bongi seed. You ever smoked any African bongi? I did one time. I was going over to my buddy's house. This guy gave me some bongi, and I smoked that stuff. I never got to this guy's house. I kept making wrong turns for no reason at all. I never got to his house. I'd be driving along, heading towards his place, and I'd just make a turn for no reason at all. And I'd drive for a mile or so and then realize I was going in the wrong direction. I'd start heading back toward his house, and I'd make a turn for no reason at all. I'd be driving along and then realize I was going in the wrong direction. And I'd head back toward his house, and I'd make a turn for no reason at all, and then realize I wasn't heading towards his house. This went on all afternoon. So bongi is some good shit, man. Runt seeds and Skittles. Oh, so cool. Yeah, but this bongi, I'm looking forward to growing that. I hope I don't kill it. Because that was amazing shit. I never smoked anything like it. All he wants is a bud of it in return when I grow it. Doug, tell you we went to that new seed place in Bradley? They'll test your weed for you. Potency. Best to bring it in there about 8% moisture content to have it tested. Oh, cool. But they, they sell seeds there. They sell clones too. But to be able to take your weed someplace they have it tested for THC content, that's pretty cool. Someplace nearby. It's better than having to send it somewhere. A whole lot better. I like that idea. Green Bicycle sent me a California Blue Dream clone. Oh, nice. That is nice. That's super. Yeah, Yeah, I'd like to get some new stuff going myself, except I got stuff going. I'm eager to start a new grow. I don't have any place to put it. So that's kind of hard to do, you know? Now that I have that light, I want a new light for my other tent. You know, I have light envy. But I don't know. I can't afford it anyway. But I sure want one. Oh, Buster wants to go out. Excuse me a moment. Come on, kids. Come by the door. There you go. Yeah, I do too. I enjoy growing different strains. But I got all those clones from my bestie. I got that whole tent full of Gorilla Glue. So I have 5 of them in there. They grew a whole bunch of different strains this time. But she says they're going to cut back. They're not going to grow as much. And he really likes growing the Gorilla Glue. It's easy to grow. They had some cool varieties. Slurricane, which is a monster plant. I was surprised how big that grew indoors, how full it was and everything. That was a big thing. And he grew pretty tasty too. But, yeah, like I say, though, I made a mistake. I overfed. I'm using Humboldt Secret organic fertilizers, liquids, and I was giving it too much, and the leaves burned. It's recovering now that I cut back, but I did it some damage. So I don't know. I'm really sorry I did what I did. Next time I'm going to get a grow. Okay? It's going to work out perfect next time. That'll be the 4th one. 4th time's the charm, right? One of these times I'm going to get a decent grow. So we'll see. One time or another, I'll not fuck it up. One of these days. Of course, I did well with the with the what was it I got from you? The Holy Grail. And I really like that. This time the Holy Grail is nearly dead. So I'm really sorry I did what I did to it. Because that was the one I was really hoping would do well, and it didn't. Because I really like that smoke. Holy Grail was really yummy. And I got a pretty good yield out of it too. Well, I told you I overfed it. And I burned it. And this is not recovering. The Gorilla Glue's all recovered. And the one cheese plant I have has recovered, but the Holy Grail and Scout's Prayer I had going in the other tent. The ones under my old lights are not recovering. The ones under the new lights recovered. So I'm pretty much losing those two plants. I might be starting another tent real soon. I might just pull those two plants and the hell with it. Because the amount it's going to produce isn't really going to be worth it. You know, it's like the plants are like half dead. There are a few buds, but not enough to really continue growing them, I don't think.
When I went to get your prescription,
Yeah.
there must have been 20 police cars around. I don't know why.
Wow.
I didn't see an accident or anything.
Oh. Well, maybe they're just checking.
Just a
It could be like,
a
you know.
shit house full of police cars.
Well, you know, it can be weird in Braidwood sometimes.
Yeah.
Could be they're just stopping cars.
Yeah, make sure nobody's drinking or something.
Yeah, mostly of the or somethings, I think. You know, they do that every now and then. That's the way they are in Braidwood. As you know, they're funny that way. So, yep. You know, buds. All these little towns got to make money somehow. You know. You know, Janis Joplin got stopped in Braidwood for speeding. So. Way back when. So 1965 or something. Before she was famous. Yep. Yep, on Route 66. Before I-55. And down around McLean, Illinois, off of Route 66, Johnny pot seeded a whole great big area down there. And then they put in I-55 and the area was gone. Like the next year they put in I-55. Okay, so the whole area was gone. So there went my whole Johnny pot seed area. Fucked me over. Bastards. Hey, if you ever want a good maple syrup, you got to drive down there, man. You know where the Dixie Truckers home is? Just north of there is a place called Funk's Grove. Best maple syrup around. Better than Canadian. I got a bigger roast than that one. Here we go. Better than Canadian maple syrup. I've been eating maple syrup from there since I was 9. No, 6. Since I was 6. 6 or 7. 7 maybe. 7, 8 years old. Just the best. I drive down there and get it every now and then. But they run out by July usually. So you got to go in the spring after the harvest. So, but it's great maple syrup. Best you can buy. And it's not as expensive as it is in the stores either. It's only like 20 some bucks a quart. So it's not only good, it's reasonable. And if you go a few miles south to Atlanta, Illinois, there's the Palm Restaurant, which is known for their pies. And they have a huge variety of pie. And it's all yummy. So you might want to check that out too while you're down there. I highly recommend it. Most highly. Oops. And while you're there, you can stop at the Dixie Truckers Home and take a shower. I remember when the Dixie Truckers Home was just a trailer, an old diner trailer. And not the big operation it is now. They planned, right? Pick up some maple syrup, have some pie, and take a shower and come home. There you go. There's your day for you. Oops. When I was a little kid, we used to hitchhike up to the Dixie Truckers Home and get a frozen custard. And what was cool about the place when I was a little kid was that they had all these clocks up on the wall, all set to all the time zones of the world, which I thought was pretty neat when I was a little kid. They still do, by the way. They still have all those clocks up on the wall with all the time zones of the world. Being an adult, I don't find it as cool as I did when I was a kid, though. You can understand that, I'm sure. I thought, wow, time zones. That's McLean, Illinois, where that is. And Funk's Grove is just north of there. But you have to get off I-55 at McLean and then take a back road. Old Route 66 is the back road to get to Funk's Grove. But it's worth the trip. I stopped in there years ago, and they had bought a vineyard. Well, no, they had the land, and they set up a vineyard. And they told me that they had planned on growing their own grapes and making their own wine, and that they would be selling wine in future years. So a few years later, I went in and I said, "Hey, I thought you planned on selling wine, growing grapes and selling wine." And they said, well, they found out it was a lot easier to drink the wine than it was to grow it, So they decided they just drink wine from now on and not bother with the grapes, which made a lot of sense to me. So you got Halloween plans, Buzz? Going trick or treating or anything? I'm going up to the keg for Halloween. I'll be dressed as well, you don't partake in Halloween. I'm going to be dressed as Dino the dinosaur. The owners are going to be Fred and Wilma Flintstone. So I figure in keeping with the theme, I go as Dino the dinosaur. My daughter made me a costume. So I have a bone too. Bought a bone. So I have a bone. So yeah, you should come up to Custer Keg tomorrow or Sunday night. Check out my Dino costume. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool costume. I'd go put it on now, but I'm not going to put it on just for you. You're the only one watching, it looks like. If I had more numbers up there, I'd go put it on, but you're not worth it. Maybe if Deborah was still here, I'd go put it on. You know, at least two of you. Because it looks like Dino. That's the thing. She did a great job. Tail, spots on the back, the whole deal. Oh, sure, for Deborah. Well, I do like the ladies. So what can I say? You know, women are more fun than men. I mean, that goes without saying. You know, it's just a fact. So what are you gonna do? So I know what I'm gonna do. Oh, I've got 5 more minutes before I have to spark up a new one. So I'll just keep smoking this one. I get lots of smoking in today. Wonder what Dog's up to that he can't come in and talk to us. Oh. All of a sudden, I can't stop coughing. Or I can't stop smoking. It's one or the other. Gonna be sticky tonight. And then again on Wednesday when I harvest the purple punch. Yeah, you will. You have to start making some of that finger hash. Or you're just harvesting, you're not trimming. Or do you trim wet? Oh yeah, you trim wet? That's a lot faster. Yeah, it goes a lot quicker. I find it goes a lot quicker. In fact, I do most of the trimming before I cut it down. Stoic, welcome aboard. I've been thinking about trying to replace cigarettes with a vape, then reduce the nicotine content over time. Huh, that's a thought. I don't smoke cigarettes, though. I quit in 1976. Yeah, in 76, they went up to like 65 cents a pack. And I said, why spend money on something that doesn't get me off? So I just gave them up. But I did it in a way that was real easy to do. I was going to go in and have back surgery. I was having a couple of discs removed. Never smoked until you were 35? Yeah, it was. But anyway, I was going in for back surgery to have a couple of discs removed. And they told me I was going to be unconscious for 3 days. So I figured this was a great time to quit smoking because I'd get over the roughest spot unconscious. And it worked. So I highly recommend if you're gonna quit smoking, do Demerol for 3 days. Okay. Knock yourself out on Demerol for 3 days, and it'll be real easy to quit smoking. That's the best way, right? It's the best way to quit smoking. Yeah, that's the easiest way I know of. It worked for me. Oh, it's almost 4:20. Red cents. So, well, once I did. Once I lit up a cigarette, I took like 2 hits off the thing. I put it down just to see what it tasted like, and that was in about 92. So from 76 and 92, I never tasted a cigarette. Happy 420. That's good. That's the wow today. That's Rebel Sour. 07, I think. Yeah, 23.07. And it's a sativa. And it's not bad. I like it. Oops. There's that cough again from the other roach. Oops. Oh, shit. I coughed myself into instability there. I noticed my signal went nuts. There we go. That's more better. discussed this before? We had this discussion before. You know I read Stoner. Just like misspellings. You can leave words out. I'll figure it out somehow. So, yeah, I'm going to Halloween party Sunday. Oh, that's tomorrow. Wow. It's already the weekend. I forgot. What am I going to do tonight? Probably nothing. Maybe watch some Tube. Maybe check out who else is online. I don't know. I never know. I live moment to moment. A carefree life. You know, I mean, bon vivant. I live a devil may care life. Just riding the wind, you know. The doggies want to come in. Excuse me a moment. I got too many cords here. Here. Okay, puppies. Here, Buster. Come get it. Come on. Come here. Come here, Buster. Oh. You don't want to cookie. Here's. After Green Bicycles Live, you may go live? Trim jail. I see. Yeah, well, maybe I'll check you out later then. I think I'm going to wrap this up, tell you the truth. Go find something to eat. I haven't had much today. A yogurt and granola and a piece of fruit. That's not much. And an alcoholic beverage. So I think I'll get something else. So there's nothing funny about peace, love, and understanding. So take care. One of those. See you around.